Maybe I'm getting cheap in my old age. I don't know. And it was only $1. So I grabbed that. I thought that was kind of cool. The drive shaft fell out. Just fell out. When you close your eyes to pray, so often intrusive thoughts pop into your head. I just thought I would have a camper van chat. I have my recycling back there. I got to go to the recycling center to throw away a bag of garbage and get rid of some cardboard and miscellaneous like paper that can be recycled. And then I have, well, that's it. I don't have to go to the post office today. I didn't sell anything yesterday for some reason. Let's see here. Heading down my bumpy road. I am going to go to the thrift shop. I'll let you guys know if I find anything. I've kind of like narrowed my focus down on what I'm looking for, like just the cream of the crop, basically. Right now I'm not buying just things that I can maybe flip for 2 or 3 times what I paid for it. I'm looking for something maybe I can make, 15, 20, 30 times what I paid for it. Not to say that I won't be lured into buying something else, because I could be. And this road is really, really getting bad. All the gravel just about is off of it. It's almost all clay now. And it's got potholes, it's got holes, it's got ruts, it's bad. Supposedly, everyone is supposed to pitch in like $100, $150, I think, a year, which is not much, of course. I don't know why this is so dark. Hold on. Wow, it's really dark today. But anyway, no one does. No one pitches in. We did it first. We pitched in, but then only 4 or 5 of us did. And then no one else did. So in the end, everybody just started saying the heck with it. Because it's not fair that over half of the people don't pitch in to get the road fixed. When they buy a property where we live, there's some papers that come with it that says, it's like tenants. Right? TENANTS, tenants. Or it could be TENENT. I don't have any idea. Okay, it's not like a tenant of a house. Like I'm the landlord and he's the tenant. Could be spelled the same. I don't know. It's been a long time since I was in college and took English, so I almost forget what I'm originally talking about. But oh yeah. So supposedly we all signed something agreeing to pay this. Even the people at the lower part of the mountain. And those are the people that a lot of times think that, why should I pay because I only drive on 100 feet of the road. So why should I pay that amount to take care of 5,000 feet of the road? But they agreed to it, but they don't pay. And then it just starts falling off from there. Other people decide not to pay, Now no one pays. Every now and then someone will have access to like a skid steer or something like that. And they'll work on the road, get it passable. But no one buys thousands of dollars worth of gravel to bring in, of course. All right. Got that taken care of. Now, head to the thrift shop. Oh, it's a lot chillier than I thought it was today. I wore this thinner jacket, this leather jacket that I have. I have to be careful when I wear this jacket because it has one of those pockets of no returns. The bottom of the pocket's ripped. And when I put something in the inside pocket, it goes down into the lining of my jacket. It could end up in the back or over here on this side, and I have to fish it out. It's such a hassle. I forget all the time. I mean, I guarantee I'll put something in it today, and I'll be like, oh! I did that the other day, and I put my wallet, which is what I'm recording on my phone. I have a kind of a leather phone holder wallet combination, and I put it in this pocket the other day. I went up to the counter, forgot where it was, probably a coffee shop, but anyway, I got up there and it was embarrassing because I had to dig my arm in there and I let my hand way down there. I couldn't find it, and I was like, oh, doing all kind of acrobatics to get my wallet out, and it ended up being like in the back somewhere. The girl was like, just watching me, like, this guy has a few issues, I guess. Yeah, I guess a few, maybe. Anyway, I'll let you know what I get, if anything. If mum's the word, that means I didn't get anything, and I just forgot to say something because nothing important happened, but we'll see what happens. See you in a bit. Back from the thrift shop, didn't find a whole lot. I was in there an hour and a half. It's one of those places I like to just wander around and look and look and look. And it was the latter part of that hour and a half, like just before I was going to leave, actually, I found something. It's not a big deal, nothing like that, but it's just an old photograph of an actress, Marion Davies. It says Marion Davies, and it's an original old photograph. Not original, but it's like not recent. It's older. And it was only $1. So I grabbed that. I thought that was kind of cool. And I found these prayer beads for $3. And they're selling anywhere from like 25 up to maybe 75 for something like that, and I paid $3 for them. I don't know what kind of, if that's blue agate. I don't know what that is. Could be something else. But the only other thing I found, which I almost didn't buy it, but I did. I paid $4 for them, and it's these green stone beaded necklace. It's recently been restrung because this is something new. It's something like, I mean, it comes up, I did a Google lens on it. Jade came up, which are very expensive. Jadeite came up, and they're like, yeah, $50, $75 maybe. And then aventurine or aventurite, something like that. I can't remember the exact name. It's like AVEN, churite, something. I don't know. But they vary so much. It could be worth $12. It could be worth $50, $60. I got them because they were $4. Like I say, they're recently restrung, so maybe I shouldn't have gotten them. I don't know. Let me adjust the iris. I always forget to do that. So now I need to decide where I'm going to go get coffee. Lately I've been just choosing McDonald's because their coffee is always fresh. It's always good coffee. And you can get a pie there for cheap if you want to. But, I can go there and get, even if I wanted 2 pies and a coffee, we're talking $4, like $4. If I get coffee and a pastry, say at the bakery, we're looking at $7.50 plus tax plus a tip. We're talking $10. And I don't know, I'm just getting to the point where, like, I don't want to do that all the time, go out and pay, tips and these high prices for things. I like to support local businesses, but at the same time, I also like to support my pocketbook. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have to watch what I spend. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They say, buy local, buy from mom and pop. And, if it's the same price and or a little bit more, then yeah, I can do that. But if I have to go to Walmart because I can save 25 to 50% on something, I'm going to do that, because it's not like I'm wealthy that I can just go around throwing money around. I have a budget and things like that. So I do support mom and pop when I can, because that's the kind of coffee shops I actually like. That's my favorite. But sometimes their prices just get out of hand. And then you add a tip onto that $2, $3, $4 tip for a very small order, and all they literally do is hand you a cup of coffee and hand you your pastry in a bag or on a plate. They don't come to your table. They don't do anything else. And I get to the point where, like, I don't know. I mean, McDonald's does the same thing. They hand you things over the counter and they don't expect a tip. Maybe I'm getting cheap in my old age. I don't know. But I think it's just because the economy has been so bad, and I've learned to cut back where I can. I think that's really what it is. I'm having to watch my P's and Q's a little more, even though I like the ambiance of, say, the bakery versus McDonald's or whatever. I still might choose McDonald's just because it's quite a bit cheaper. But I don't know what I want to do today. I hope this car doesn't run into me. They're like driving back and forth. It's a very tight parking lot. I really just need to get out of here while I can. But at church last night, we watched a really good video. And it was based on a talk, or maybe a book, I don't know, C.S. Lewis. And they were talking about praying, and how when you close your eyes to pray, so often intrusive thoughts pop into your head. If you're in bed and you wake up and you pray, you just want to go back to sleep. And sometimes you go back to sleep as you pray. I mean, I've done that. But like I say, you have intrusive thoughts, you're praying, Lord, watch over me today. Thank you for this day. Please guide me. And then you're like, I have to go to the bathroom. I got to remember to go to the bathroom before I go back to bed. And Lord, please watch over Aunt Julian, because, she's not feeling good. And man, it's a little cold in this room. I need to turn on the heater. That kind of thing. You're not really giving yourself 100% to God. Still sitting on a couch or lying in bed. But you have to give God 100% of you, of your attention. Like when you're praying, you can't be flitting back from the couch or the bed and thinking about material things like that. Over here, back to God, spirituality, and that. I mean, you've got to really block out those intrusive thoughts, whatever they are. You got to hold them captive, put them in jail. You can come out when your sentence is done, and that's going to be like 15, 30 minutes when I'm done with my prayer. Then I can think of, I have to go to the bathroom, or it's too cold in here, or maybe I should make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before I go back to bed or before I continue my day. But it was really good because, I found myself, and here I'm turning to go to the bakery. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go. I mean, I do want to go, but I don't. whatever. Anyway, when you pray, you have to give yourself to God 100%. Don't teeter-totter between here and there, God is everywhere, of course, but He wants your undivided attention, like when you're praying to Him. And that was the gist of, the little film, the little video we watched last night. And I thought it was really good. I'm actually reading a book by C.S. Lewis. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like something Christianity. Here comes a big tractor trailer. I hope they don't run into me. Thank you. Here I go. But I'll bet every one of us has been in that position where you've woken up. Is that right? Or awakened? You awakened in the night. I woke up, whatever. Anyway, in the middle of the night, and you start to say a prayer, and you either drift back to sleep, or you start thinking that I have to go to the bathroom. While you're praying, and we've all done that. Just go ahead and admit it. We've all done that. Nothing to be ashamed of. We're human and we're not perfect. But I think the results of your praying will be better if you pray and give God your undivided attention. Now I'm just riding through neighborhoods. I don't know what this is all about. I was going to go get coffee and something, go to McDonald's, and now I'm just cruising through this neighborhood. I like this neighborhood, though. I live on a mountain, and I have neighbors, but it's still more secluded. We have an acre of land, and it's not the same. I was raised in a neighborhood. People behind me, people on both sides of me, across the street, down the road. Us kids would get together, me and the boys, we'd go knock on the doors and play sandlot baseball on Saturday, get a group up and then pick and play, baseball. And living on top of the mountain, my kids don't have that same, experience that I did growing up. It's an experience, and it's different, and it's nothing wrong with that. It's arguably, a lot of people might say it's a better existence because it's more nature, and it's more, I don't know, in a way it just seems more wholesome, growing your own vegetables sometimes, or fruits, and doing things in the yard, making things, and I don't know, my boys have a good life, I really think, but sometimes I miss neighborhoods where you can just walk out front, jog, ride your bike, and not have to put your bike on a bike rack and take it into town to ride it, and things like that. I guess if I was wealthy, I would probably buy a home in a neighborhood somewhere, in addition to the house I have now. I am working my way back toward McDonald's. It's just a roundabout way. I'm not in any hurry. It's a nice, cool day, overcast. I don't have anything really to do today. Not really. Nothing to ship, nothing to pack. I'm not going to list anything today. I may write a little bit later on this afternoon. A new book that I'm writing. It's a Christian-based book. I'm excited about it. So I'll probably do that. See what my family's up to, what the kids are up to. I'm always open to go somewhere. All somebody has to say is, hey, let's go ride around in Asheville. And I'd be like, heck yeah. Now listen, am I dark? my camera, the screen just went dark. I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know if it's like some kind of a screensaver. Am I dark now or am I normal? Okay, I'm gonna cut the camera off, and because my display keeps going down to like 15% and I can't see myself on the screen. And I don't know if this is how it's recording or if it's just my monitor I can't see, but it's getting kind of irritating. This is like the third time it's done that today. I did that earlier. I recorded like 5 or 10 minutes and I realized it's so dark I can't see. I hope it's not recording like that. I hope it's just the display. So I'm gonna cut you off and I'll be back. That's so irritating. Yeah, I don't have any idea what that was all about. I think it recorded dark. And if it did, I'm sorry, but you can hear me talking. I'm still there. I'm just like in the dark. Pretend we're riding around like at dusk or something. This is an old section of town. A lot of older homes. That home's for sale. Pretty cool house. They need to redo the road though. Wow, this road's crazy. Got a lot of patches. A lot of cracks, a lot of bumps. Down here. This is a park down here that I used to take the kids to all the time. Back in the day. Before they grew out of these kind of things and into computers and devices. I told them yesterday, I said, you guys need to learn how to play a musical instrument or something. Do something else other than computers. Paint like Daddy. Play a musical instrument like Daddy wishes he could play. I'm just too busy. I've always been very creative, but I allow my creativity to gravitate toward what I want to do the most, and that's painting art, because I can sell my art and I make money at it. So therefore I have never learned to play a guitar, even though I want to. I've learned to play a few chords here and there, but then I end up quitting because I just don't take the time. Anyway, I didn't really have any special plans for this video. I just thought I would have a camper van chat. There's a rattle back there. I don't know what that is. It's not an ordinary rattle, it's a new rattle. Hope something's not falling off the van. I don't think so. Remember one time I have a 1970 Skylark Buick. Beautiful car. Well, it was until somebody poured acid all over it. Sliced all my tires and busted my windshields out. But I was driving down the road one day, and the drive shaft fell out. It just fell out. I had to coast a while, and then I had to put my car, like pull it off the side of the road and run back and get my drive shaft. And it was heavy because it's like a big metal, I guess a pipe. I mean, it was very heavy. And I had to carry it back to my car. And then I had to walk home, and I was also greasy because the drive shaft was greasy, and I had to go home and tell my dad. So I was like 17, I think. I said, Daddy, what? Yeah, my drive shaft fell out of my car. How'd that happen? He said very colorfully. I said, I don't know. just driving down the road and it fell out. My dad was a good mechanic, and he would always work on my cars when I was young, and he'd show me how to do this, he'd show me how to do that. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun at all. I'm not a mechanic. I don't like that kind of stuff. At all. Period. I'm at McDonald's. But I just think this is something in the back. Oh, I got a lot of my art back there. It's probably just, it's not usually back there. Okay, I'm at McDonald's and I'm going to go in and have a cup of coffee. And I think I'm going to have coffee. I'm not sure. Sometimes I get a Happy Meal because it's not too much, but it's enough to, it's like a snack basically. I don't know, I might do that. I just got a text too. I don't know if it's from my wife or what. I'll check that before I go in case I have to go home. But anyway, you know, think about that, about praying. Praying and those intrusive thoughts. Last night when I heard that, I decided that if I was in bed and I wake up, which I do every night around 3 to 3:15, instead of praying and staying in bed and falling back to sleep and never even finishing my prayer like I do sometimes, I'm going to get up, walk around, and maybe look out a window into the darkness or whatever. So there's really nothing to distract my attention, but maybe I'll pray that way. Because then if I fall asleep, I'll just like fall over. And that'll teach me not to fall asleep praying or anything like that. Because I mean, he has a point. It was a very, very good video. Just look up C.S. Lewis, maybe how to pray or something like that, and see. You probably can find it on YouTube. Anyway, I'm going to go. God loves you guys. God is good. He's there for us. He's there for us. We just have to learn to talk to him throughout the day and pray through the day and get through the day, ask for guidance. So, I'll see you soon.